Hey y'all, it's Megan. If you are returning to my channel, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome aboard. So welcome back to a new year. Happy New Year, everyone. I've spent like a week and a half multiple times going back to it, trying to come up with a way to film a Christmas video, like kind of what my family did the couple of days leading up to Christmas, and then on Christmas Day, you know, some unwrapping stuff. But my family is crazy and I have not been able to find a cohesive way to make that into a video, so that's why we haven't had a video for a couple of weeks. But so I've abandoned that and I'm just coming back, and I'm gonna talk about some more Disney stuff. Today is not really a cast member story per se, but it did take place while I was working at Disney, and this is like the biggest hot mess of a day that I had while I was working there at Disney. I'm sure that you would like to hear a hot mess story that happened while I was on stage, actually in costume, working. This totally took place like off the clock. I was just at Disney as a guest, and the whole day, it started off like early in the morning and then went clear through to like the evening. It was just a whole bunch of what? So one of our roommates had a family emergency and she had to go home. She'd only been there a couple of weeks, and I didn't actually even know her that well because we didn't have corresponding schedules. I typically worked at night because I was working in attractions. She was in custodial, so she had kind of early morning shifts and then she'd be home in the afternoons, kind of like when I would leave. So she actually knew my roommate better, the girl that I actually shared a physical room with. She actually knew her better than me because that roommate was mousekeeping. So she was also up very early in the morning and then she would be home in the afternoons. So they knew each other a little bit better than I knew either one of them really, but I knew the one that I shared a room with because we slept that far apart. But anyway, this roommate finds out that she has to go home for a family emergency, and she doesn't have a car with her because she is from like far the other side of the country basically. So she was like, hey, can you take me to the airport, asking this roommate, can you take me to the airport in the morning? And she's like, yeah, sure, absolutely. So we're in bed that night and she's like, hey, do you want to come with me to the airport in the morning, and then like we can go do something after I drop her off, because we were both off on the same day, and we're good friends. She's still one of my like true soul sisters. I love her to pieces. And I was like, yeah, sure, like no big deal. We'll go get breakfast or something. And so the next morning we hop up. I think we left at like 6, and we were just gonna go drop her off at the airport and then grab some food and come back. So I was dressed to go to the airport and drop someone off. You know, I get up, I brush my teeth, I put on like a coat of mascara, and I just put on a black tank top with some jeans and a hoodie. Like, I was not dressed to impress anyone anywhere. We drop her off and then we're heading back towards Vista, and we're like, all right, what do we want for breakfast? We don't really want like Chick-fil-A, which is really close. Like, we could just go through the drive-thru there. I really want like a pastry. Where is there a pastry? Like, where can we go to a bakery? And we're just kind of sitting there and we're thinking. You can tell that our brains have been like shut off completely, and we're just like, Magic Kingdom. All of a sudden we remember Magic Kingdom has a bakery. Duh. So we're like, let's go to Magic Kingdom, because when you're a cast member, that's what you do. You just go in for no reason. We roll into the Magic Kingdom. It's still early. Like, Magic Kingdom has just opened. So we get there, we go straight over to what was then the Main Street Bakery. Now it's like the Starbucks. It wasn't like that at the time. But so we went in there. I got, what did I get? I think I got some coffee cake, and I don't remember what she got. She got some kind of pastry. And we sat there and we ate it. And then she's like, okay, now I've had something sweet. Now I need, bless you. She's like, I've had something sweet. Now I need something salty. And we're like, what's good and salty in Magic Kingdom? French fries. So then we haul off to Tomorrowland Terrace, which has just opened at this point, and we get some French fries, and we chow down on some French fries. We're like, well, while we're here, like, let's just go like walk around and just, you know, see some stuff. It's still early in the morning. We don't have anything else to do. So we went and we walked through the Emporium, and we were looking around there, and we bought one thing each we purchased, and it was the same thing. We both bought a pair of Mickey Mouse boxers. I mean, I'm a chick that wears female underwear. Like, I don't wear boxers, but I was like, I'm gonna wear these all the time. And so we both bought a pair, and we took, you know, we had a little photo shoot with them and everything. And we were like, look at our cute little Mickey boxers, and they have a little tail on the butt, and it's adorable, and we love them. So we're there and we're shopping and just walking around the Emporium, and she gets a text from one of the guys that she is friends with, and he's like, hey, some of my friends are in town, and we're heading over to Hollywood Studios. If you're not working, you want to come hang out. And she was like, well, I'm at Magic Kingdom right now. And he's like, well, come on over. And she says, do you want to go over to Hollywood Studios and we can see them? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, I don't have anything to do. Like, let's go. So we hop back in the car and we're heading over there. It is at this point that I need to point out something awkward to you. Like I mentioned, I got up and got dressed to drop someone off at the airport and then come home. So I don't, have a face on at all. I mean, I like some makeup. Let's be real. I like some makeup. Didn't have that. Did I just smudge that? Sure did. I don't have my face on. I'm wearing a hoodie, long jeans, and we're going into a park. Now it is like afternoon, and it's Florida, and it's getting hot. And you may be saying to yourself, Meaghan, take off the hoodie. At least you won't be burning up. You have your tank top on. That's fine. Here's where we get to the awkward TMI, hot mess day. I had not taken care of the underarm situation that morning, and we were a little stubbly, and we were going to meet all of this guy's friends with like this happening. And some people are cool with that. You do you. I don't like the feel of it. So I was like, well, I'ma just leave this hoodie on. And it wasn't that bad. So like, I could have taken the hoodie off, but I also was wearing a bright blue bra that I had slept in and just thrown the tank top on over it. Sorry, that sounds nasty, but that's how I was rolling. I've got this bright blue bra strap hanging out. I've got this happening. I'm wearing long pants. It is 900 degrees now, so I'm sweating like a sinner in church. And I did find a random rubber band in her car to pull my hair up in a ponytail. So we did that at least because, the hair was not done. It was hanging down. It was, to around here at that point. I had long hair. So that was looking a stringy hot mess. I was looking a hot mess. I was physically hot, which is not something that happens all that often for me. And now we're going in to meet all these new people. And anytime you meet new people, you kind of want to look decent. I mean, good impressions, right? Couple that with the fact that these are all like nice looking gentlemen. We go into Hollywood Studios. I look like I do. I get over it. The first place that we all go as a group, let's go to Tower of Terror. If you've been with me for any length of time, go ahead and tell me how you think I feel about the Tower of Terror. Go ahead. I dare you. I do not like the Tower of Terror. I'd put up with it. I don't really like drop rides, but I do love the theming of the ride and all, and my husband loves it, so we ride Tower of Terror every time. However, at this point, I had not been on Tower of Terror in years because I flat refused to ride it for many years. I rode it the first year that I was tall enough to do it, and after that I said nay because that was a super cute picture of me like this holding onto my dad's arm when I was 5. I don't do Tower of Terror. So it's been years since I've done this ride. So I am going through this line like this. I am just shaking. I am nauseated. I am freaking out. I'm sweating because I'm nervous. I'm sweating because I'm anxious. I'm sweating because it's 986,000 degrees outside and I'm wearing a hoodie and some dang jeans. And then we get on this ride and I'm sitting between two people that I don't know. And this is something else that happens to me when I'm on the Tower of Terror. My legs shake. Like uncontrollable. My foot like bounces. So my leg is up against this random dude's. My leg is just doing this. Just bouncing on his leg. And he's like, are you okay? Yes, fine. What was your name again? Meaghan, hi, how are you? I'm just like vibrating against your leg, no big deal. We get off the ride and we all just kind of hung out and they were chill and they didn't make fun of me. So I felt a little bit better about the fact that I was a sweaty, nauseous, shaking, hot mess. And then my roommate and I went home and it was a fun day aside from all of the awkward that is Meaghan. I have mentioned, I've had a video before where I talked about my most embarrassing Disney day, and I will link that up in the corner and down in the description if you haven't seen that before. This wasn't really a fully embarrassing day. It had embarrassing moments throughout and like it was like kind of weird situations, but it was just kind of a snapshot of, whew, sometimes Meaghan doesn't have anything together, much less have it all together. Like, let's just forget that. So, have you had a day like that just, you started it off ill prepared and it just kind of went downhill from there at Disney in real life? let me know those down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.